welcome in. What's up, everybody? This is J2 Comics and Cards coming to you today just to say hello. Hope everyone had a good holiday. Just wanted to jump on for a few minutes and talk a little bit about trading cards and how you should be protecting your cards for your hobby, for selling your cards. There's a way to make sure that you're protecting them. So we're gonna jump in a little bit and talk a little bit about what you should be doing if you're not doing it already. We're gonna show you a couple things that you can do to keep them safe, right? So a couple of things to keep in mind. The cards are very fragile, right? So you want to make sure that you're keeping your cards in a dry space. Keep them in a dry place. Maybe put them inside of a case. If you have a carrying case, if you travel a lot, or if you have a display case, you can put them in a display case. But you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping them away from moisture, right? So that's one thing you want to consider is where you're storing your cards. Another thing is how you're planning to handle your cards, right? So you sometimes you'll see people will put on some gloves because they want to make sure that they're not smearing the front of the card with their fingerprints, the oil from your hands, or sweat. So you definitely want to make sure that you're keeping that in mind. But um, I have a couple of cards that I'm going to show you today. This is one card in particular. So this card right here is a patch card. This is the Dondress patch, and this particular uh, casing is known as a one touch, right? So a one touch is a hard acrylic case that has a magnetic uh, dot at the top, and this magnetic dot helps to keep the case closed. And so the reason why this is important is because it keeps out dust. It keeps the card protected because the case is thick plastic. I'll hold it on the side so you can see the thickness. But it's very secure for the card. And so you can get these from any hobby shop. You can also pick these up in Target Target, Amazon, Walmart, any place where you can find your trading cards, your hobby shops, and you pick up your one touch. Right now, thing to know about your one touch is depending on the thickness of the card, there's different uh, thicknesses for the actual card. So they will have like places where you can measure the card before you go. You can measure the card to figure out what thickness you need. Because they do have, I think you have your 35, 55, 75. We have 100, and it goes all the way up to like 280. That's the 280 thickness is generally if you have a thicker card. Um, but you definitely want to know that because you don't want to bend the edges of your card. All right, especially if you're planning to resell. So the key is if you're planning to resell a card, you definitely want to make sure that you have a hard case for it. If you don't have a hard case, and I'm going to come back to this, if you don't have a hard case, the next best thing is this is known as a flat, right? So this is a hard flat. Um, it's a little thinner, right? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about more about those, but there's different ways that you want to protect your card. So if you're serious about the hobby, you definitely want to make sure that you're protecting your card, from getting damaged. So I'm gonna take this card out, and I'm gonna show you. So basically, there's a little uh, you release the magnet. This is the magnet right at the top I was telling you about. And what I like to do is I'll take this is a penny sleeve, right? So this little translucent, this is a pocket. In most cases, you can put the card in here, but you see how flimsy that is. That's really not going to protect your card a lot, right? So basically what you want to do for any card that's a patch or the card has some thickness to it, I like to put the penny sleeve, so that you can see. I like to put the penny sleeve right on top of the card. All right, so put the penny sleeve right on top of the card like this. And what this is doing is this is a shield that's protecting the card from getting damaged, right? So I've now added that shield, and now I can go in and add the cover. So now this is the casing that goes. There's some slots right at the bottom. They fit right in, and then the magnet snaps. And so this is fully encased. This is known as a one touch. One touch are great for your thicker cards. Again, anything that's a patch card. And it's just a nice clean look, right? It's a cleaner look than just a flimsy bag that your card can go in. All right. So this is a one touch. The next thing is your hard case, right? So this is more of a, I'm gonna take this out so you can see it. All right. So this card here is actually in the penny, right? So if I was to take it out so you can see it, all right. So you see here's the card at the top, and then here's a little sleeve that the card goes inside of, right? So that's protecting the card, but then it's not protecting the card from getting bent. The penny sleeves protects the card from getting any smudges on the front or smudges on the back, fingerprints that might damage the printing, but it doesn't protect the card from being bent or damaged edges or anything like that. So that's where this little hard acrylic case, all right, so it's a little more flimsier than the one touch. So you can actually see the thickness. So you compare the one touch, here's your one touch to your hard, your acrylic hard sleeve, right? So this is known as a sleeve, right? So the sleeve itself has hard, rigid edges here, and this is what's protecting your card from getting bent, right? So even if this bends, it's going to protect the card a little more, right? So now what you can do is you can put the card back inside of the sleeve. We're gonna get that going, and then that slides down inside of the sleeve. All right. So now your card has been protected. It's inside of the sleeve, right? I highly recommend that if you're in the hobby to collect or to sell, it doesn't matter what type of card it is. I recommend that you definitely invest in some soft penny sleeves and some rigid hard sleeves to protect the card from damage. Right. So that's another way to keep your cards protected. Okay. The next item, same thing, right? So I'm going to bring the hard sleeve back. So you have two hard sleeves. The difference between the two is you'll notice that this one here, right here on this corner here, right? It says rookie. It says rookie card. So you can buy these from your hobby shop, your local hobby shop. You can buy these from your local hobby shop with the word rookie already printed on the front of them, right? Now, you might ask yourself, well, why would I want to do that? What's the difference between this hard sleeve and the one that says rookie? There's really no big difference. The major difference is the word rookie card printed in gold across the top. Now, the reason that's important is because the card that's inserted into the sleeve is in fact a rookie card, right? So rookie card, this is important because with a rookie card, most cases, all cases, when a player football doesn't matter the sport. If it's their first season playing that sport, their first card is always going to be their rookie card. You want to protect the rookie card because depending on the lifespan and the career of a rookie, that card will increase in value, right? Some rookie cards are worth a little more than others, depending on, of course, the caliber of the player, depending on the team the player is associated with. There's a lot of factors that go in on how the card might do. Um, so the reason why you want to put it in this type of case is because again, you're investing in the quality of the card. You care about the card and you want to make sure that the card is protected. Now, you may say, okay, I really like this player, I like this team, and I even like this card itself, right? So this is a Dondress. This is known as a parallel, right? So this is known as a parallel card because it has a little refractor on the top of it, right? So you want to make sure that you're protecting this card. Now, another way to protect your card, if you were to take this one step further, is to go and have the card graded, right? You can have take this card and take it to your local card shop, and they could actually grade the card for you, right? And that's where this card, so this is a PSA, this is actually a PSA 10, comes in a hard acrylic case. We'll pay a little more for the grading and for this case. These are the grading. You actually have to go through the company. You send your cards off, and I'll do another video on how you get your cards graded in case you're not sure. But this is another way to protect the card, but also have an idea of the value of the card in case it's a favorite card or player team of yours, and you would like to take the card and resell it. So um, this is known as a PSA slab, but this is another great way to protect your card. Now, if you notice, I'm going to take this slab out of this is an acrylic bag, right? So I not only have it protected, the slab protected here in this acrylic case, but I also go as far as investing in bags, right? So now you may ask again, well, why do you have if it's already in a hard case, why do you need the bag, right? So J2 Comics and Cards, we buy cards, we sell cards, we trade cards. And so the quality of the card is important to us. Making sure that the card is in good condition is very important to us. So we want to make sure that all of our cards are protected, all right, and that our customers are happy with the product that they're purchasing. And so, just like, you want to make sure that you're getting your value. And so we're able to guarantee value based on the way we treat and take care of our cards. All right. So I've shared with you a number of ways to protect your cards. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. We would appreciate a follow, subscribe, and look forward to our next video. Thank you. Have a great one.